Ladies and gentlemen, show me a person that sings like Joanita. My goodness. Hello, Gerald. We send you greeting. Well, of course, as we observe and celebrate and get to celebrate the Women's Day, of course, coming on the 8th of March. This week is a week where we are celebrating the women, looking at women specifically in the entertainment industry that have caused change, that have left an impact, and my oh my. There's so many to think about. However, today we have a special guest appearance, and that is none other than Joanita Kawaalya, and she is a Ugandan legendary musician. I do not know why she's laughing. I've not yet even finished introducing her, but Joanita Kawaalya is a Ugandan legendary musician. She is also a member of the Afrigo band, which has actually been the longest lasting musical band in Uganda, which started in 1975. Now, Joanita actually started singing at an early age through schools and churches. Well, she went to Lubiri Secondary School and later on to Chambogo University. Now, while in her journey of education, she found it quite hard to strike a balance between, you know, teaching but also singing. But at the end of the day, the heart wants what it hunts. And trust me, the career and the path that she took is that she decided to go ahead and do music. But also looking at the number of awards that she has received over time, in 2015, she received the Special Lifetime Achievement Diva Award as the Best Female Musician. In 2007, she received Rotary Club Vocational Award, and that was in Chiwatule. And in 2006, she received Outstanding Afrigo Band in California. Well, among her songs that she has sung, for me, my favorite is Jimu Wange, and she's going to sing it for us. So just stay tuned. We have a very exciting show. Thank you so much, Joanita, for joining us this morning. I am so honored to be meeting you in person.
Thank you so much. I just want to make a small collection of what you actually talked about, Joanita. That Joanita went through Trinity College in Abingo for O-level and A-level, and I was a teacher in Lubiri Senior Secondary School.
Yes.
But I'm also privileged to be here. I've never visited this CTV. This is my first time.
Well, we're
and
very
I'm also
excited
very excited to be here.
Well, thank you so much, Madam Joanita, for allowing, you know, to be part of this conversation and for impacting the young ladies. I'm sure there's so many people out there who look up to you. I mean, what would the world be if we didn't have legendary musical people like you?
Thank you so much.
Well, let's dive into the conversation. Of course, looking at the fact that March is the month of women. How do you feel about the history of this month and its impact in celebrating women?
I think I feel good because the world over, to dedicate a full month for women, it is not like small. As women, to be celebrated within all over the world. One, people will actually learn more of what we as women are in the society, and young people at the same time will also be learning what is the importance of being a woman in a certain community.
Okay.
So I feel very good to be one of the women around the world.
You're one of the women.
To appreciate that this whole month is for us women, and let everyone learn what should women be treated and how, or what our rights as women, what should we do as women. So it is really very impressive. Very
profound.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think in your capacity that women have been well represented when it comes to the entertainment industry?
I think we have representation, good representation in the entertainment industry, but though we still feel there is a gap in terms of payment, where we feel if, for instance, entertainment includes media or includes us as women, in terms of payment, at times people feel that since you're a woman, they should pay you cheaply than men. Yet, in terms of equality, we feel, even if I'm a woman and I've worked well, I need to be getting the same payment as a man.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what do you think it takes for a woman to excel when it comes to the entertainment industry in Uganda? What do they need to know?
I think they need to know that, one, it needs a lot of practice to excel, but needs a lot of training at the same time. You need to look at many different mentors to mentor you, and to understand that you need others to work as a team so that you excel.
So take us through your journey still in relation to that. I'm sure there's so many people who wonder how you were able to make it to where you are today. Did you receive criticism from the opposite sex? Were there hurdles along the way? How was it for you?
Yes, hurdles have always been there. In fact, when I talk about nurturing me, when I look at myself, one, the church was one of the foundation of nurturing me as a musician. To understand that you need a certain discipline to be somewhere. And if a church is a platform which actually helps you to understand that you're working as a team and you're not working as one, and you need to listen and follow what they tell you. But at the same time, when you look at the community itself was not like accepting, welcoming the secular music around. And the attitude towards that was not very, very easy. But I was one of the few people, because my father was a legend musician by that time. So he really gave me a chance to be in position to sing. Otherwise, if it's not like very, very easy to be appreciated by your families, by your communities, but you as a performer, you need to understand that it is very, very important to be very disciplined, to appreciate culture, because if you don't appreciate your own culture, the way you dress might at times not be very appropriate, the way you sing, the way you talk to people might not be very, very appropriate. But if you are like nurtured and listen, be ready to be open so that people talk to you and they advise you to make you better. If you do that, then you could always excel. And training all the time. You need a lot of training all the time.
Absolutely.
If you don't do that, you can't excel.
Madam Joanita, you've mentioned something very profound, and I feel like it is something many of us back then, I'm thinking in my days, because, you know, my friends struggled with it when they told their parents that, you know what, I do not want to do this particular course. I want to do MDD. And parents come out to say, but there is no money in MDD. But at the end of the day, it's not even money that you're looking for. You're looking to impacting lives. You're looking at changing souls, and you're looking at doing something that you're passionate about. So what's your comment on that? The fact that not so many, and especially culture here in Uganda, not so many parents are welcome to the fact that their children want to engage in MDD or music, dance, and drama.
You know, attitude and the mindset of parents has to change now. I think I talked about this about 10 to 15 years ago, that music, since it's the growing industry, another 100 years it's going to be IT and music. So parents should really understand that this time is now for them to appreciate that if your child has a talent, please be ready to promote or to encourage such a person to take that that ahead. Otherwise, when you look at the unemployment, which is a gap, and you are forcing someone to do something which he or she feels is not like very appropriate, you are in danger. So parents out there, community out there, let us learn to appreciate our children the way they are, so that they're in position to really, because someone who is a musician, who is a filmmaker, who is a poet, who is a media personnel, they actually always impact the society in terms of what they actually say. For instance, a musician is a person who is very gifted, seeing a challenge, and is like he's going to sing about that one. Then a poet, same to that one. Then a filmmaker, same to media. So let our parents, let our community appreciate that people who make change, people in the entertainment are part of that one.
That's absolutely true, and I think it starts with, it all goes back to mindset, attitude, and culture, but also changing society. However, Madam Joanita, through your lenses, are there women in the entertainment industry that have left great impressions on you personally? Apart from yourself.
Here in Uganda or all over the world?
In Uganda.
They're really there. People like the late Professor Mbowa, she actually did a lot in making the community realize that music is important.
It's important.
Dr. Sylvia Tamsuza, she's also a strong person, making people appreciate who we are. But there are also other artists in Uganda, people like Mariam Dagire, who has really worked and making people understand that a woman can work. People like Annette Nanduja, Mama Nanduja, she's good enough. Then I look at another young team of people like Juliana Kanyomozi, people like Rema, people like Azawi. I really love Azawi. I really love Azawi so
Interesting.
much. I look at her and I like, oh, I see if she doesn't change, she's one person I look at and I like, okay, this could be one of the people who could follow my lineage in terms of her dedication at work.
Yes.
And ready to learn. She's one person you go to and you talk to and she's ready to learn.
Yes.
That is very, very important in an artist. Someone who shouldn't think that I'm up there, then I can't learn anymore. But she's a very accommodative girl, and I think if all the artists could learn that tip, could always help them to penetrate even further than what we are.
So with all that said and done, let's look at the challenges that sort of hinder women when it comes to the entertainment industry. Do you think that for very many women, or not just women, okay, for today, let's look at the women. For women,
yes.
I mean, when they get there, very many people tend to forget even where they came from. Do you think it's among the reasons that actually hinder them from flourishing in the industry?
Partly yes, partly no. Why these young women, at times they don't know what to do exactly. They need a mentor to tell them understand how the industry runs. Music industry is an expensive industry, and if you don't understand that, and since time immemorial, it has always been either the church or the royal families to accommodate music. So this is an industry which is a very expensive industry, because you remember, wherever you go for any presentation, you have to change all the time. From face, dress, it is not like very simple. So you need a manager to really help you to manage that. But you at the same time you need a mentor so that you learn from such a person, and he really helps you to manage. How do you do it? How will you manage to stay in a place? How shouldn't people who are taking you take advantage of you as a girl? Because someone could feel he or she or he is promoting you, but at the same time, for him, he's having a different hidden agenda. So these young people need to be educated to understand the dynamics and the challenges in the industry. If they understand that one, if they are mentored, then they could be strong enough to say, please don't take advantage of me. I'm good enough to sing. So don't use me as you wish. But
there are women in the entertainment industry. Of course, most of them have not come out to say this, but they are faced especially with sexual advances, either from their managers or from their mentors. I mean, even if at the end of the day you're going to say, you know what, I have my voice, I will sing, and this is someone who is supposed to promote you, how would someone go about that?
That is a weakness with some of the new artists. They don't know that they're strong enough. Because if you know that I'm good enough,
yes,
people shouldn't use you. You should be strong enough to say no if someone just takes advantage of you. Because as a young girl, you have so many opportunities of other people to take you over. So this manager, this person shouldn't take advantage of you and say he's going to use you. You as a young child who's entering the music industry, you should be strong enough to understand that you are really good to be there. Someone doesn't pick anything which is not good.
Absolutely.
So if you're good enough, then why should that someone take advantage of you? And if he's a manager who is of that character, it means after using you, he's going to look for another one and another one and another one, and will be hurt even more. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, those who have ears, you have heard. However, Madam, what other opportunities should people, especially when it comes to women, that they should tap into when it comes to still the entertainment industry?
I think they need to understand that the government at times has many opportunities for us.
Yes.
And even civil society. There are so many programs which are running within the government which should actually try to tap in as women, as performing artists. There are the yoga, there are so many things which are actually happening. But even if there's civil society, people like some of us have actually seen how important it is to work with the civil society. Because the civil society, they actually work with the community. Whatever they do is good for the community. Issues of rights, issues of helping the health, issues of education. So as young artists or all artists, let them find which kind of a civil society they should want to relate with, so that they're in position to be relevant to the community, to the government, and to almost each and everyone.
Absolutely. So as a legendary musician in the Afrigo band and in your own capacity, when it comes to competition, especially, why are you smiling? Especially amongst artists when it comes between female and female. What is your comment on that? Because we have seen so many artists, instead of concentrating on building with themselves, instead of concentrating on, releasing music and doing the best of what they can do, they're instead going at each other, yet they're in the same field.
In fact, it's a pity. Competition is very healthy,
yes,
but it shouldn't be a negative competition. What I really feel, time is now as women to come as a team and we work together as women. We actually achieve more than what other artists might think, that if I work alone, I'm so strong. You can't be, of course there is a saying that two heads are better than one, but even people who are together are stronger than if you are really alone as a woman. So I really feel that negative competition is not compulsory, it's not needed. They shouldn't think about it. It's not healthy at all.
Yes.
Let us think of working together in some projects,
instead of working against each other.
That doesn't help them.
Okay.
Yes.
So what would you tell a young lady that is watching us this morning that would like to venture into the entertainment industry or wants to be the next, Madame Joanita
Yes.
Kawaalya? What would you tell them?
I think as a young artist, there are certain things which actually really help you. One, discipline is key.
Discipline.
Discipline is key, but also understand that you need a lot of training all the time. You shouldn't sit back and you think, things are already over. You keep getting a lot of training, keep getting ready to work, involve yourself with community activities which are actually running, learn to work with others because we need a teamwork. Those are some of the key, the basic things which can really help you, and really understand that being a woman, you have a right.
Absolutely.
So if you have your own right and your own decision, you'll be in position to know, this man wants to use me.
Yes.
So let me not do what he feels, but let me tell him that this is what I want.
Okay.
So as women, let us understand that we need each other to go forward.
Okay, now that you have talked to the women, how about to the men, supporting women in the entertainment industry?
I think men, because when you talk the issues of rights, sexual harassment has always been coming, that people use the opportunity of these young artists who are like, they feel this man is having mercy upon such a child, but it's not true. Please watch out.
Yes.
I'm one person who is actually advocating for young girls in a big campaign I do. We call it a Hear Her Cry, because all the bad things which are done on women have been done by men.
Yes.
So men out there, time is now. Understand to respect a woman. If you do that, don't take these young girls for granted. Don't use them and you dump them. After all, they are young girls. Don't try to frustrate them. Don't bring mental torture to them. If you are a man out there and you are really ready to promote that girl, really ready to take care of that girl, that woman out there, please do it, and you do it correctly. Otherwise, if you don't, you'll end up in problems.
Now I know where to go when I am harassed. I will report you.
Please make sure you report any
I
person.
will.
You have to. You have to. Yes.
Yes. So as we wrap up the conversation, a message to the men out there that actually support female people in the entertainment industry, because there are very many men out there that actually do support the women. So what would you tell them?
I really appreciate all the good work you do. Even me myself, there are those ones who actually support me. Those men out there who are doing very good work to support us as artists.
Yes.
You're really doing a very good job. And I think as long as you support us and you respect us, we don't know where we'll end as women. We have so many things we do as women, and so many things to be done with even young artists. And I really know that if you as men, you support us as women, we'll feel proud of you.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So this is my favorite part, the part that I have been waiting for. But before we get into that part, any last remarks, any Women's Day message to the women out there?
One thing, my major comment is going to the community. Many parents out there, you've not yet fully appreciated that talent can make any child succeed,
yes,
especially girls.
Yes.
It is just an attitude of many communities who really feel that if a girl goes into entertainment, then he's gone, she's gone. But time is now. If you're a parent out there and you're realizing that your child has a parent, that your child has a talent in him, be ready to assist that child so that child can succeed. Music, film, drama, media, producer could make that someone earn a living, and it could be work. Please don't feel it is a bad job. No,
yes,
it is a good job. And as young people out there, as long as you are disciplined, as long as you keep yourself valid, all the good things are in this kind of work. Please do it. Respect your work, respect your community, respect your culture. You do good work, people will be happy for you.
I really like the fact that you have highlighted and emphasized that having a talent and being a singer, being an artist can actually be a means to an end. It's not just a bad vice, and especially for women, because not so many people would encourage, or not so many parents would be open to, letting their daughters be artists, especially in Uganda. So finally, Madam Joanita, I have a favorite song, one of my all-time favorite songs. One of my all-time favorite songs, that every time I listen to that song, I'm like, baby, come here, let us dance this song together. And that is Jimu Wange. Bananga, I would want us to sing it together. I know my voice is terrible, and of course different requests will be coming in. Please, now is the time. In case there is any song, a cappella, small a cappella, like 1 minute that you would like her to sing, please let me know on my Twitter. I will pass on the message to her. But we are going to start with Jimu Wange. Are you ready?
You want Jim, and in fact it's very, very important. People, I don't want them to sing Jim only to sing Jim. I really want these people to sing Jim when they feel Jim. Because when you look at relationships now, they're not like Rio. And that's why I don't want to sing Jim when they're not really meaning Jim. All the qualities in Jim, those ones who want to listen to Jim, please make sure you feel the Jims. Banange,
I hope you have, those are not my words. Me, I am feeling the Jim. I can feel it in my bones. But we are going to kusabula. So let us, we're ready? Okay. You take the lead, then I'll follow. I'll be your backup singer today.
We are going to do the chorus?
Yes.
Okay. Olowooza ku maka gaffe.
Hey.
Tukole tutya okubeera omu, tusonyiwagane nga mu nsobi zaffe, tusabenga nnyo Katonda waffe, olugambo obutwa olwo lwewalenga, emikwano gipime kinatuyamba, essente mukisa zijja ne ziddayo, nkuba nkukube obwo si bufumbo, Jeni nzewo oba baffe gwe w'abaana bange, gwe bwe bulamu bwange,
olowooza tyana
ku maka gaffe tukole tutya okubeera omu.
Oh my God, you guys. My Friday has been made. Even if after the show I decide to go home and sleep, I am okay. This music is amazing. Thank you so much, Madam Joanita, for coming today. We are so excited. We are so happy. You have left the team speechless. Now I have to think about going for music lessons, because surely I need to learn how to sing this song. But thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Thank you for empowering the girl child, especially when it comes to women in the entertainment industry.
Thank you so much, dear.
Okay.
I'm so privileged to have been given a chance by CTV.
Yes.
This is my first time.
Yes.
And I'm one of the lucky people in the entertainment industry to talk about it.
Absolutely.
I'm so humbled.
Well, thank you so much. And that winds up
and have a nice Women's Day.
Baby. But also, if you want some music, head on to her social media platforms and let her know what song you would want her to sing for you. We shall invite her back on Women's Day, don't worry. And that winds up the conversation that we had for you this morning on the Twitter Jabs. I hope that you are able to pick a thing or two. It's a Friday feeling, and that is why we're discussing women in the entertainment industry, but also a word of advice. Please, if you're singing Jimu Wange, make sure you actually have a gym. Don't play about with people's hearts who shall come for you. Well, up next, we take a quick breather and we take a look at hit or miss.